Okay, great. Oh. All right. So welcome. Glad you guys could join me today. And we've had a request for this area, upper neck and shoulders. So we'll focus a little bit extra on that today, but we will definitely be full body. We'll work the arms, the legs, the hips, and the back. So let's get started. We'll start laying down on your back. So take a moment to settle in. Find a comfortable position where you're supported. So I also have a tight neck, so I like to put a blanket underneath my head so that it fills the space between my shoulders and my head, like right at my neck. So if you are having tightness in the neck, maybe take a folded up blanket or towel and place it underneath the head and neck. So begin to settle down. Start to breathe a little deeper than you normally do. Soften and relax the muscles in the face and the neck and shoulders. Feel the nice gentle rise and fall of the chest and belly as you breathe. And let your low back be supported on the floor. So as we move through our practice today, we'll think about letting go of stress, tightness, and tension. And we'll try to take in some positive energy, some feelings of maybe gratitude or hope. Sometimes things start to get a little grim when we're not sure what the future holds. It's hard to bring your emotions back to the present moment. I know for myself, I've been worrying so much about September and whether the kids are going back to school or not. And instead, if I can just stop and take a breath and appreciate the moment that I have with my kids at home in the beautiful summer weather. So what's going on is going on. It's how we respond and how we react. So from here, we're just gonna hug the knees into the chest, lifting up the low back. We'll begin to rock left to right, and we'll make some circles with the knees in one direction, and then the other. And then we're just gonna lift the feet up towards the ceiling and just begin to point and flex the feet. Have nice soft knees. Point and flex the feet. We'll make some circles with the feet in one direction and then the other. Kind of getting the kinks out here, getting moving. Blood starts to flow down the legs, really good for circulation and varicose veins. So we're just gonna let the feet hang out up there. Let's take the arms, reach them up and back. Tops of the hands are gonna reach the floor behind you. Shoulders pulled down. Starting to open up the mid-back around the shoulder blades. And feeling a little bit of stress leaving the tops of the shoulders, so feeling light and open there. And then we'll take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, let's hug the knees into the chest with the option to lift your forehead to your knees, drawing the chin down. That'll stretch out the back of the neck. Inhale, arms reach, feet lift. Exhale, hug the knees into the chest. And two more times, just like that. Inhale, arms reach, feet lift. And exhale, hug it in. Last one, just like that. Inhale, arms reach, feet lift. And then exhale, hug the knees in. We're going to let the head drop down. Both feet are going to drop down to the floor. Feet are going to be mat width apart, knees bent. Arms are going to reach away from each other, so the shoulders are on the floor, hands reaching away from the shoulders. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, we're going to drop the legs to the right, turn your head to the left, so starting to get into the neck a little bit. Inhale, legs come up, face returns to center, and then exhale, legs left, face right. And then do that a few times on your own, using your inhale to bring the legs up. Exhale, when you draw over to the right, feel your left knee pushing away from the left hip, opening up the low back on the left side. And then when you drop over to the opposite side, feel the same thing, pulling away with the right knee and hip. Just a few more breaths like that. Inhaling to center, exhaling, legs go one way, you can turn your head the other way. And then one more time, dropping the legs, opening up the back, and then coming back to center. Here we'll place both feet down on the floor about parallel, hip width apart. And we're going to draw the right knee into the chest. We're going to interlace the hands behind the right thigh. Inhale, we're going to stretch the right foot up towards the ceiling and flex the right foot and completely let go on the exhale. So just feeling what you feel in the back of the leg. Might be some tightness in the hamstring. We're supporting the back of the leg with the hands. We're going to let the left leg go straight along the floor as well. And just pause here. So you can flex the foot to get deeper. You can feel that going all the way down the back of the leg. Or you can just let the foot relax if it's too much. You can try to straighten the leg, pushing your thigh and heel forward. Or you can try to reach your heel more up towards the ceiling. Or you can feel your toes reaching more towards the back of the room. So just feel what feels okay for you. We're just starting to open up the legs, the hamstring, the low back. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, let's bend and hug that right knee into the chest. We're just going to pass your right knee into the left hand and draw the your right knee over to the left. Your right hand is going to hold onto your right hip, trying to keep the right hip down and the right shoulder down. We'll take the left hand, hold on underneath the knee at the thigh, and then just start to reach your right foot diagonally over to the left. So that's a really tight area of the body. It's your IT band. It goes from the foot all the way up to your hip. So use your left hand to support. Right hand is holding the hip down so you're not rolling over onto the left, but you're keeping both sides of your low back down on the floor. Flexing through the foot, able to breathe with ease here. We're just going to pause, relax the shoulders, relax the face. Really reaching that heel away from the hip. Take a full breath in, and then as you exhale, let's hug that right knee back into the chest. We're going to bend the left knee so the left foot comes onto the floor, and we'll come into a figure 4 pose. So the right ankle's crossing over the left leg above the knee, and we'll just gently reach for the back of your left thigh. So we're just drawing the left knee in towards your left shoulder. So notice your legs maybe sway over to the left a little bit, and feel your left knee drawing in. The hips hold a lot of tightness and tension, so allow that right hip to just release. You can close the eyes. You can use your right elbow to press your right knee away from the right shoulder. And then just use the clasps of your hands behind your left thigh and draw the left knee in towards the left shoulder. Really open up that hip. Take a full deep breath in. And then as you exhale, let's release the hands. Let the left foot come down to the floor. We're going to uncross. So the right foot is just going to come next to the left. Arms reach away from each other. Feet are together. Both feet and legs drop over to the left. Sorry. Both knees drop over to the left. Your face can turn over your right shoulder. Here, as you breathe, use your inhale to lengthen the whole right side of the body and to lengthen through the spine. So you'll feel your right hip moving forward away from your right shoulder. You can feel the rise and fall of the belly as you breathe. A nice, easy, gentle twist here at the beginning of the practice, not going too deep into the back. Take a nice, full, deep breath in. And then as you exhale, we're going to bring the legs back to center. Hug the knees into the chest. We'll take 3 breaths together. Inhale, arms reach up and back. Feet lift. Exhale, hug the knees into the chest. 2 more, just like that. Inhale, arms reach, feet lift. Exhale, hug the knees into the chest. Again, the option to lift your forehead to your knees. 1 more time, just like that. Inhale, arms reach, feet lift. And exhale, hug the knees in. We're going to drop the right foot down to the floor. Hug the left knee in towards the belly. The thigh pressing into the belly, left knee towards the chest. And then we'll interlace our hands behind the left thigh. Take a full breath in. And then as you try to lengthen, let the breath out. So your shoulders are pulling down away from the ears, lengthening through the neck. We're going to let the right leg go straight along the floor. Any little movements you want to make with the foot or the thigh. So just thinking about lengthening the hamstring while you're supporting the back. So again, you can try to reach the leg a little bit more up so that you're lengthening. Maybe you're pushing your thigh into your hands, so you're pulling a little bit more down into the neck and shoulders. And then maybe you're reaching your toes more towards the wall behind you to get even deeper. So there's no exact way this pose should look, just see how you feel. And try to find some softness in the area that feels tight. Take 1 more full deep breath in here. And then as you exhale, we're going to hug the left knee into the chest. We're going to cross the left knee over to the right. Left hand is going to hold on to the left hip. Left shoulder and the hip stays down as you draw your left knee to the right. Then we'll support underneath the left leg as you try to reach your left foot away from your left hip. That's tight. That's the IT band. It's a really hard part of the body to get to, but this pose really gets into it because we're grounding down through the hips and the back, being supported. You can use your hands for support, and then just really reach that heel away from your hip. Lengthen the whole outside of your left leg. This will help ease sciatic pain and pain in the low back. Try to relax the face, the jaw, and the neck as you try to breathe with ease here. One more full deep breath in. And then as you exhale, let's hug that left knee into the chest. We'll bend the right knee so the right foot comes onto the floor and just place your left ankle on top of the right leg above the knee for a figure 4. And then gently draw the right knee into your chest, holding onto the back of the right thigh. You can gently sway left to right, just noticing where you feel any tightness in the hip. Maybe you pause over to the right and really draw your right knee in towards your right shoulder. And then pause. Again, thinking of when you inhale, take in the ease. And when you exhale, let go of the heaviness. Let it go. So when we're feeling stressed or anxious or stressed, it often leads to feeling tight. Tight around the lungs, tight around the forehead, tight around the neck and shoulders. So trying to find some ease throughout your practice so that those areas of the body can let go of tension and stress. Just to feel a little bit more at ease and relaxed. We'll take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, release the right foot down. Left foot will come next to the right foot. Arms will reach away from each other, and then we'll gently drop the legs over to the right as you turn your head over your left shoulder. So kind of just melt into this pose for a moment. Just let everything go. But then notice when you inhale, if you can lengthen the whole left side of the body, all along the rib cage as the lungs expand. And then when you exhale, feel that melting where you just completely let go. When you inhale, feel the left hip moving away from the left shoulder. Feel the deep rise and fall of the belly when you breathe. It's help conditioning the internal organs and increasing the blood flow. Also really good for digestion. Take one more full deep breath in here. And then as you exhale, let's bring the legs back to center. We'll hug the knees into the chest. And then we'll take a moment to either rock left to right and roll yourself to one side and press up to sit, or you can rock front to back and rock yourself up to sit. So take your time to gently transition the body up to sitting. And then once you come to seated, hopefully now the hips are feeling open, the spine is feeling tall, shoulders can be relaxed. We're gonna take the soles of the feet together so you have a nice big diamond here. So not trying to bring the heels way in, that causes a lot of stress in the hips, but heels way out so the legs can just be open and relaxed. We're gonna have the hands on the shins, and we're just gonna start to move the spine with your breath, starting from the bottom of the spine, and then we'll work our way up. So as you inhale, lift the chin, press your belly forward so that you get a little bit of an arch in your low back. And then as you exhale, tuck the chin, let the head hang heavy, pull the belly in, press the center of your back back. Inhale again, lift and open through the chest, collarbones and neck, and exhale, pull back, pull the shoulders down, relax the neck. One more time like that. Inhale, lift, and then exhale, pull back. Coming up to nice and tall here. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Interlace your hands and then place them at the back of your head. Inhale, lean the head back so that your elbows are open, shoulders are down. We're going to take a gentle side lean over to the right, not too far. Pausing here, leaning back a little bit, continuing to breathe. We'll inhale, come back to center. Exhale, over to the left. Just pausing. Hips are down, shoulders are down. Good. Inhale back to center. Take a full breath in. Then we're going to take your right hand down to the floor. Your next in-breath brings your left elbow way back. And then exhale, just bring your left elbow to your right knee, round. Feel the whole side of the spine open. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, elbow to knee. Really keep both hips down, reach the low back. One more time like that. Inhale, reach back with that elbow. And exhale, elbow to knee. Coming back up to center, both hands behind the head. We'll drop the left hand down. So just tented fingertips for a little extra support here. Inhale, take the elbow, shoulder, and shoulder blade back. And then exhale, right elbow to the left knee, reach. Good. Inhale, open. This is nice and slow. Exhale, elbow to knee. One more time. Inhale, open. Exhale, elbow to knee. Come back to center. We're going to take both hands now behind the head. Inhale, lean back. Exhale, the elbows are going to hug in. Let the weight of the head drop down. So your spine is still tall. It's the shoulders that are down and the chin down. Release the back of the neck. Inhale, lift the head, lean back with the head. Elbows open, shoulders down. Exhale, elbows draw in, gently let the head drop. Don't be tugging too hard with the hands. This is gentle. Inhale one more time to open. Lean back and exhale. Drop the chin, release the neck. Pause here. Let's release the hands. Just let your head hang. Your head is hanging down. You can roll your left ear to your left shoulder. You can roll your right ear to the right shoulder. And then we're going to inhale, lifting the chin, lengthen the spine, and then exhale, hinge over your legs. Let the head hang. You can sway your torso left to right. You can roll the head left to right. And just feel what you feel here. Maybe you're feeling this more in the legs, inner thighs, outer thighs. Maybe more in the low back and hips. Maybe more in the shoulders and neck. So wherever you're feeling your tightness, exhale that out. Breathe in the ease. And exhale the tightness out. Let it go. Find softness and a release, a relief. Okay, we're just going to add on to this pose just to get a little bit deeper into the upper back and shoulders, which was requested today. So we're going to take the hands underneath your legs. So the hands come down onto the floor. They're underneath your calves. Your elbows and forearms do not need to be down on the floor unless they comfortably reach there. Just have your hands down. So legs are going to push down. Forearms are going to pull up. You're going to take a deep breath in as you pull your belly back. Shoulders try to spread to the side. Shoulders drop down. Head drops down. Pause here and breathe. So you're pressing down with the legs, you're lifting up with the arms, and then you're pulling back as if somebody has their hands on either side of your rib cage and they're gently pulling you back. You should feel a really nice stretch from the low spine all the way up the back, through the shoulder blades, through the shoulders, and even into the neck. We'll take one more full breath in here, and then exhale, release. Let the arms come out, let the legs go straight. Let's bump the back of the legs against the floor. You can shake out the arms a little bit and the shoulders. And then from here, we're gonna transition to hands and knees. So if you need a little extra support, you can put a blanket under your knees. We're gonna come on to hands and knees, and we're gonna find ourselves in child's pose to start, but we're gonna ease in. So the knees are gonna go wide, the big toes are gonna touch, and you're just gonna sink your hips onto your heels. So just start there. So you just kind of, hands are on the floor, the torso's not sinking down yet, you're rocking left to right with the hips. Just getting a little settled in here to this deep child's pose. We're gonna walk the hands a little bit more forward, drop the forearms and elbows, and then let the head drop down. So just pause here for a moment, feeling your shoulders and neck. Breathing deeply, grounding down through the forehead. Okay, from here you're gonna lift the head, lift the elbows and the forearms so just your palms are on the floor. Take a full breath in, and then exhale, drop the head down, keeping the arms lifted. Pull back with the hips. Feel free to roll your head left to right a little bit on the forehead. Really good for tension headaches and migraines. Again, deep through the shoulders and neck. On your next inhale, bring the head back up. This time you're going to tend to your hands. So the fingertips are on the floor. The center of your palms are lifted way up. Your arms are a little higher here. Take a full breath in. Exhale, drop the head down. Keep the upper arms lifted. Pull the shoulders back. You're lengthening through the upper back, the shoulders, and the neck. Take one more really nice full breath in here. And then as you exhale, let's make our way up to table. So you're going to be on hands and knees. Your knees are underneath the hips. Wrists are underneath the shoulders. Moving the spine nice and gently and with fluidity with the breath. So as you inhale, curl the, is that a word? Fluidity? I think it is. Nice and fluid. Curl the toes under, drop the belly, soft elbows, lift the chin. That's your inhale. And then exhale, tuck the chin, push the floor down, round the back, tops of the feet, push into the floor. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin. Exhale, tuck and round. One more just like that. Feel it from the toes to the head. Inhale, curl the toes under, drop the belly, soften the elbows, lift the chin, and exhale, tuck and round. We're going to come to neutral spine here. The left foot is going to reach back, toes down. Right hand reaches towards the front of the room, upper arm by your ear, and then we're going to lift the left leg. Relax both shoulders away from the ears. A nice flexed back foot, belly draws in. So we're not only getting nice strength in the left arm and the right hip, we're working through muscles, but we're also helping with bone density. This is working the core and the center of your back, the muscles around your spine, working through balance. Trying to stay focused. Take a nice full deep breath in, and then as you exhale, right hand comes down, left toes find the floor behind you, right foot pivots off of the mat to the right, roll to the arch of your left foot. We're going to reach the left hand up towards the ceiling. So someone was talking at the beginning of class about arms. This pose is going to give you those arms. So from here, you can lift your left leg if you'd like. If you would like to go deeper, you can cross your right ankle in front of the left leg and lift your hips. And breathe through here. So feel what you feel in that right shoulder. Using all of the muscles in your arms. If you'd like to take your top arm and reach it more towards the front of the room, you can. Belly is in, hips are lifted. Breath is flowing with ease here. Find your focus, find your strength. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, slowly transition down. Knees are going to be together for this child's pose. Feet are touching. Hips sink back onto your heels. Tops of the hands rest down by your feet. Forehead drops down. Shoulders relax. And just take a few moments here to breathe. Reconnect with your breath. Is it flowing with ease? Has it gotten shorter or choppier? Just check in and find that length, that easy breath. We're going to take a deep, full breath in. And then as you exhale, we're going to make our way back to hands and knees. Knees are going to separate so they're parallel. Wrists are underneath the shoulders. And let's just take 3 breaths to move the spine along your center. Inhale, curl the toes under, drop the belly, lift the chin. Exhale, tuck and round. Inhale, curl the toes under, drop the belly, lift the chin. Exhale, tuck and round. One more time, just like that. Inhale, curl the toes under, drop the belly, lift the chin. And exhale, round the back. Coming back to neutral spine here, we're going to take the right foot straight back, toes down on the floor. Left arm reaches towards the front of the room. Lift the right leg, hip height. Nice flexed foot, belly in strong. And just breathe here. Try to relax the shoulders so they're not up by your ears. Keep your gaze easy, face parallel to your mat. Beautiful. Take one more deep breath in here. And then as you exhale, the left hand comes down, right toes find the floor behind you. We're going to pivot the left foot off of the mat. Right foot rolls to the arch. Right hand lifts up towards the ceiling. Again, you can just stay here with both the foot and the knee down. That's perfect. You can lift the right leg, or you can scoot your left ankle across the top of your right ankle. And just breathe here. Let the shoulders be away from the ears, hips lifted. Your top arm can reach forward if you'd like, but still keep that right shoulder not up by the ear. Building a lot of strength and heat here. Strong core, strong muscles around the back. Take one more deep breath in, and then as you exhale, let's make your way back down to that restful child's pose. Tops of the hands rest by your feet. Head drops down. Breathe deeply. Lengthen through your spine. Ground down through your forehead. Relax and soften through the neck. Take one more nice full deep breath in here. And then as you exhale, we're going to come up onto hands and knees. We're going to step your right foot forward, up between the hands. And we're going to come into a low lunge. So a low lunge is your right knee is right over your right ankle. The left toes are going to curl under, and we're going to lift the left knee. So if you have blocks available, you can put your hands on blocks. Otherwise, you can tent your fingertips to come up a little higher. Soften your right toes. So lift the toes up a little bit. Keep them soft. So we're going to get a little bit stronger here. If you would like to lift your hands off the floor, you can. But we're not lifting up into a high lunge. We're staying low. You can reach your hands back behind you, fingertips reaching, lengthen through the neck, relax through the shoulders. This is strengthening the muscles around really important joints, your knee and your hip. You want those muscles that support the joint to be strong. Core is strong, belly is drawn in. Take a nice full deep breath in, and then exhale. Both hands down to the floor. Let's drop the left knee, relax the left foot. You want to be able to let your hips sink heavy without your right knee passing your right ankle. So if you need to scoot your left knee back, you can, but we're going to let the hips hang heavy. Inhale to lift the chin, shoulders pull back. And then as you exhale, just pull the hips back, leave the hands and the foot where they are, drop the head and pull back. Good. Inhale, hips go forward and down, chin lifts. Exhale, pull back, hips go back. One more time. Inhale, hips drop down, chin lifts. And then exhale, pull back. Okay, from here, you're going to keep your hands where they are. You're just going to pull your right foot back so it's underneath your right knee. And your hands are about a foot in front of your right foot. We're going to curl the left toes under, lift the left knee, push off with the left foot. Now we're trying to build a little bone strength in that right leg still. So weight bearing on one limb like this really helps build bone density in the legs. So if you'd like to take your hand off the floor and hold on to your ankle, you can with one hand. Maybe you can play around with taking the other hand behind your ankle or calf, playing around with balance. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, left foot comes down next to the right. Knees are bent so that your belly is resting on top of your thighs. We're going to take your hands under your feet. So your feet are stepping on the palms of your hands. Your toes are at your wrist crease. This is called gorilla. We're gonna start to push the legs a little straighter as you step your feet down on your hands. This is a really nice shoulder stretch. Let the head go so you can get into the neck. So relaxing through the neck, shoulders, and shoulder blades. This is also really good to be in an inversion, so the oxygenated blood from the heart is nourishing the cells in the brain. Take a nice full deep breath in, and then as you exhale, take your hands out from under the feet. They come down to the floor. Step one foot back, drop the knee. Other knee drops back. Resting pose of your choice. Child's pose, downward dog. You can rest by sitting up on your shins so that your hips are sitting down on your heels. So just pick 5 breaths in whatever pose you choose here where you can reconnect. Shoulders are relaxed. If you're in your downward dog, you're in upside down V. Child's pose, ground down through the forehead. So whatever pose you're in, reconnect and breathe with ease. See what you feel. See how you feel. And then when you're ready, let's come back to hands and knees. So we're going to step the left foot forward, up between your hands. We're going to curl the right toes under and lift so you're in a low lunge. So the left knee is over the left ankle. Your feet are hip width apart. Hands can be up on something, a stack of books, blocks, or just tented fingertips. You can stay right here, find some strength in the pose and the legs. Or you can let your hands just hover off the floor, or you can take your hands and reach them back. So whatever version of this lunge pose you're in, you're breathing, you're drawing all your energy in towards the center. So inner thighs drawing in, outer hips drawing in, belly drawing in. Find that strength. Beautiful, good. One more deep breath in. And then as you exhale, both hands come down to the floor. We'll drop the right knee, relax the top of the right foot. Allow your hips to sink down without the knee passing the ankle. As you breathe in, lift the chin, open the chest. As you breathe out, just pull the hips back. Whatever happens to the left leg, just let it go. Inhale, hips drop forward and down. Chin lifts. Exhale, pull back. Let the head drop and round. One more time like that. Inhale. And exhale. Pull back. Drop the head. Round. We're going to come back and bring your left foot back about a foot underneath. It's going to be underneath your knee. Hands are out in front. Curl the right toes under. Push off and lift. You're standing on your left leg. Right leg is lifted. You can play around with balance. Maybe holding on to your left leg with both hands at the ankle or the calf. Play around, see where you are. Don't worry if you're not there. Hands on the floor are fine. We'll take one more deep breath in. As you exhale, the right foot comes down next to the left. Knees are soft. Hands can be on the floor for support. Head hangs. This time we're going to try to go a little straighter with the legs and then roll to the pinky sides of your feet. So you're pulling up the toes, pulling up through the arch. This gets into the IT band a little bit more. Rolling into the pinky sides of the feet. You can reach your seat back a little bit. We'll take one more full deep breath in here. And then as you exhale, feet come down, knees bend, hands come down. We'll step the right foot back, drop the right knee. Left foot back, drop the left knee. Pivot both feet over to the right. Let your left hip come down to the floor. Swing your feet around to the front. So the feet are out in front, knees are bent, feet are on the floor. We're gonna hold on underneath the knees and sit up nice and tall. So the spine is lengthened. And you're just gonna start to lean back. Leaning back. Feet can lift. Try to keep the shins parallel to the floor. Draw your belly down. You can take your hands off the legs if you'd like. You can take your hands wider and higher if you'd like. And if you want to straighten the legs, just straighten, but keep your toes no higher than your eyes. Otherwise, keep them bent with the shins parallel to the floor. Maybe sit up a little taller. Things might be shaking, that's okay. That's muscles working. One more full deep breath in, and then as you exhale, hug onto the backs of the legs and gently roll down into the chest. So laying on the back, hugging the knees in, rocking left to right. We'll bring the feet down to the floor. Heels coming in towards your seat, palms are down by your sides. Find that deep, easy breath. And then we're going to move the body with your breath. Continue to breathe with ease. And when you're ready, find Svasana. Namaste.